Welcome back to the Marc Drouinaud Show, the tech show about hacking. ChatGPT just leveled up big time. In this video, I'm going to cover the key features. That is the reason why. So without further ado, I'm not wasting any more time. Let's get right into it. So on July 6th of this year, OpenAI announced that the code interpreter will be available to ChatGPT Plus users over the next week. It might be the greatest of all plugins that enhance the power and capabilities of ChatGPT. Code interpreter runs code and allows for uploading data so you can use it for data cleaning, analysis, visualization, and many other things. It's like a data analyst for your fingertips. It was used in a task which could take a couple of hours to complete, right? Depending on the task and familiarity, you're not going to beat me, word, with Python libraries, this task could take even longer. Using ChatGPT, I only had to write a couple of sentences and upload two CSV files, right? I'll be walking you through the process step by step and how impressive Code Interpreter is at a various tasks, such as understanding the data, cleaning and processing it, and creating data visualizations. You need to enable it first in order to have Code Interpreter available in your chats. You need to enable it first via the settings, okay? So how to enable Code Interpreter? It'll now be available. So there should be, like, you can go on Google and research it and download it from there. So after you do all of that, let's go into the task, right? So I was going to create a world map visualization that indicates countries with dots whose size are proportional to the population of countries. I had two data sets, one for country populations and one for locations in terms of latitude and longitude, right? Longitude. You can easily find these data sets online. If not, I have them in my datasets repo. So let's start. Since it's a straightforward task, I did not spend much time on prompt engineering. Here is the first sentence of my request from ChatGPT. It'll be on the screen, right? You can use the plus sign on the left side of the prompt window for uploading data sets. Isn't that amazing and convenient? Use the plus for uploading data sets, right? And it will also be on the screen. It started by reading the data set, which is the obvious thing to do. Not impressive yet? I got you. So the code generated by the code interpreter imports pandas as PD, right? And then we have to load the CSV data into a pandas data frame. You see the population underscore data equals and then the PD.read type sentence right there. And then the pound display the first rows of the data frame, right? Then ChatGPT asks for the country's location. The images are going to be on the screen, okay? So you can follow along. I already had the data, so I uploaded it. This image right here that you're seeing. You see the pound code generated by Code Interpreter, and then the pound load the country coordinates data, right? With the country underscore coordinates equals, right? And then the PD.read underscore CSV. And then we have the pound display the first few rows, right? Country underscore coordinates. The data cleaning and pre-processing, right? The next step after reading the data is to clean and pre-process it. I'm sure you heard it several times that this step usually takes the most time. There are a few issues that need to be handled before creating the world map visualizations. ChatGPT detected them and provided a solution in less than a minute. That is incredibly impressive. Mwah, ChatGPT. So here is, you're going to see it on the screen, the code in the snippet, okay? You see the code generated by Code Interpreter, and then the pound check if the country names are consistent across both data frames, population, countries, right? You see that on the screen right now. There are some countries missing in the coordinates data set and also some in the population data set. So what ChatGPT did in the code snippet above, it created Python sets of country names in both data sets. It compared them separately to find the difference as a set, right? ChatGPT solved it in less than a minute. That cannot be overstated, right? The code in the above snippet is going to be some more code headed your way. You will see the pound code generated by Code Interpreter, and then the pound mapping of country names from the population data set to the coordinates data set. Okay, so apparently it is clean and pre-processed data, right? We now have the data in a nice and clean format. This step would normally take a lot of time and manual efforts. ChatGPT did it in about a minute, creating the visualization, okay? So ChatGPT first attempted to do it using the matplotlib library. However, it failed to do so because of not having a world map image. So then I simply asked Plotly, which is what I had in mind in the beginning. So it could not show the interactive world map in the browser, but successfully wrote the code to generate it. All I had to do was just copy and paste the code in Jupyter Notebook. Here is the final result, right? We have an interactive world map of country populations. So I'll close it out by saying this. Here's some final words, right? So what we have done: read data sets, clean, pre-process, and merge them, create an interactive data visualization, right? And all we had to do was to write 2 sentences plus tell ChatGPT to use Plotly, which I think is very impressive. So what do you think? ChatGPT is becoming more and more innovative, okay? So please hit the subscribe button. Please hit the like button. Please share the video. I love you. Stay safe. See you on the next video.